Alright, I want you to flip back to, I'm going to move that other tab out of the way. I want you to flip back to this page. And we're going to do this part of it. The perfect square trinomials. It's actually just kind of a shortcut that you can use. You don't have to do it, but it does make it a little bit easier if you recognize it and you do use it. So here's the thing with this. It's called a perfect, if you want to draw a line right here so that we can say, all right, these two pieces are completely separate. This has, I don't want to say nothing to do with the top, but it's separate from the top. So this part is called a perfect square trinomial. And here's the things that I want you to notice. This term, I'll just put some conditions up here. The first term and the third term. I got two different kinds up here because of the signs being different. Must be a perfect square. If you don't know your perfect squares, you better learn them. What are they? 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25, and so on. Know your perfect squares because it'll help you recognize what these are. The other part, the second thing that has to be true, is the third term is always positive. If it's not positive, don't bother trying this little shortcut because it won't work. This has to be positive. These don't have to be positive. It can be positive or negative, but this has to be positive. So here's the shortcut. I'm going to do the steps with an example so you can see how quick and easy this is. So if I have this, 16a squared minus 40a plus 25. So check some things. Is 16a squared a perfect square? Yes. You'll have a perfect square if the number is a square and if the coefficient, if the variable has an exponent that's even, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so on. 25 is a perfect square, and this is positive. So here's the shortcut. I'm going to tell you this. You can bust the B. If you feel like that's all you want to do, bust the B. But you still have to take these notes and at least give it a try. So here's what you do. Instead of multiplying 16 times 25, getting that big behind number, trying to find factors, perfect square, this is positive. So this is it. I'm telling you, this is going to be easier than putting jelly on a biscuit. It's easy. You take the square root of the first term, and it's going to go, oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and do this. It's going to go here. And this got cut off. So I take the square root of 16a squared is 4a. Then you take the square root of the b, the last term, I'm sorry, that should have said c. That's a typo on my part. You're going to take the square root of c and put it in the parentheses. So the square root of 25 is 5. And in order to get a positive 25, but a negative middle term, because when I distribute out and I do my multiplying, I'm going to get 20a and 20a. It's going to give me 40, but I need negative 40. So I need a negative 5 and a negative 5. You follow me? 4a times 4a gives me 16a squared. This is going to give me negative 20a and negative 20a, which is negative 40a. And when I multiply here, that's going to give me a positive 25. So if you have something being multiplied by itself, you can write it like this, because that's the same thing, right? If you square something, that means to multiply it by itself. So if you get this, and I don't know why you wouldn't, let's do one. 9b squared plus 30b plus, let's do 64. Check it. Perfect square? Yes. Perfect square and positive? Yes. the middle sign is positive, that means when I do this, I take, because it's going to end up with the same thing being multiplied by itself, if I take the square root of 9b squared, I get 3b. If I take the square root of 64, I get 8. And this determines my middle, determines my sign. And I didn't say this, because this got cut off. Decide on the sign. It is determined by whatever is on the b. And that's your answer. Let's do another one. Perfect square? Nope. Perfect square? Nope. But I got it in this section, so what do you think we probably needed to check for? Maybe it had a greatest common factor of 3. Now, perfect square? Yes. Perfect square? Yes. So I need this. I take the square root of the first term. I take the square root of the last term. And I take the sign of the middle. And that's your answer. Period. You can bust the B on these, but why would you want to? Because y'all know y'all like to get the shortcut to anything. You can bust the B on these if you don't recognize that you have a perfect square trinomial where this is a perfect square and this is a perfect square that's positive. The only difference is one has to be, one is plus, one is minus, so this sign determines the sign on your answer. And that's it. That's all there is to that.